Hello everyone, welcome back. In today's video, we got a quick trade video to discuss. Two trades have happened over the past couple of days, one involving the Kraken and Canucks, another involving the Caps and the Penguins, and we'll get to all of that coming up right now. Hello everyone, welcome back to another video here at the Indian Hockey channel. Now before we get into the video, don't forget to like this video and subscribe down below. Thank you all your support and notes with you guys. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe button down below and don't leave a comment down in the comment section below so we can all discuss in this video. So in today's video, two trades to talk about here. They're not overly significant, but they are involving some NHL level players. So we'll get to both of these trades here. First, the Canucks and the Kraken made a trade, and it was an interesting one. The Canucks traded Daniel Sprong, off-season acquisition, to the Seattle Kraken in exchange for future consideration. So it was a surprising move for the Canucks. Sprong was brought in the offseason to be a solid bomb six forward. He so far at the time of the trade had 1 goal and 3 points in 9 games with the Canucks. It not worked out overly well, been a healthy scratch a couple of times too. So I guess the Canucks didn't see very much future with Daniel Sprong. I'm surprised they weren't able to get at least something for it. But they deal into Seattle. He has experience with being in Seattle. He started really getting his career going in Seattle a couple of years ago when he had I think 20 goals and 40 points playing basically on the fourth line. So he has experience being in Seattle. We know the Kraken could use some more bomb six help, so they are able to acquire him. He hasn't gone to any NHL games at this point in time, but he should probably announce this in future. He's on a 1-year contract with an AV of $975,000, so it's under $1 million. It's a very low risk, high reward deal for the Kraken, given the fact that they didn't have to give up anything. So it's a very smart move there for the Kraken, especially given the history of Sprong in Seattle and how well he's played there. So this is a smart move there for the Kraken. However, they do have a lot of forwards, so one would have to think that after this acquisition, whether it's on the trade market or on the waiver market, the Kraken will move it forward at some point. Well, it's a little bit of a baffling move for the Canucks, so that move might indicate that Cody Joshua could be back in the next couple of games or maybe the next week or two. So good news there for the Canucks, that is why they made this move, but Sprong wasn't fitting in Vancouver and they deal for future considerations to Seattle, so an interesting move there. And then early on Tuesday, we saw another trade, and that was between the Washington Capitals and the Pittsburgh Penguins, and trades as follows. The Pittsburgh Penguins deal Lars Eller back to the Washington Capitals in exchange for a 2025 5th and 2027 third round pick. So for the Capitals side, deal a couple of draft picks, not too bad for them, and they get Lars Eller back. Eller was a member of the Washington Capitals for quite some time. I think it was 2 or 3 years ago. He was dealt to the Colorado Avalanche at trade deadline in exchange for, I think it was like a 2nd or 3rd round pick. He finished the year out in Colorado. I think he signed right after that with the Pittsburgh Penguins. He's currently in the 2nd year of a 2-year deal with AV of $2.45 million. So that's a pretty good pick there. He'll be a UFA at the end of the year, so it's a low risk deal for the Capitals. For the Penguins, for Eller, he had 4 goals and 7 points in 17 games so far this year after having 15 goals and 31 points in 82 games last year. He had a fantastic year last with the Penguins. Hasn't been overly great this year. Has been more demoted to like the 3rd, 4th line, and he has now been dealt to Washington. So in Washington, actually to also be a solid 3rd or 4th line center, but I think he should be able to be gelling really well with that Capitals team. So that's a really good pickup there for the Caps to get Eller back. Meanwhile, the Pittsburgh Penguins get 2 draft picks in return. It's a Chicago Blackhawks 2025 5th round pick. The Hawks trade that pick to the Toronto Maple Leafs. I think it was part of the McCabe deal, or it might have been an earlier deal. And then I think the Leafs moved that to Washington as part of the Rasmus-Sandin deal. I might be wrong about that, but it went from Chicago to Toronto to Washington, and now it's going to Pittsburgh. So it's a pretty good pickup there to get a Hawks 5th round pick in this year's draft. That's probably going to be a higher level pick, but once again, it's a mid-level pick at 5th round. So interesting pickup there. And they also get a 3rd round pick in the 2027 draft. So it's a couple of years down the road. By that time, the Capitals may be starting to be in a part of a rebuild. Ovechkin might be retired by that point. So it's very likely that that pick could be a little bit more higher than it would have been right now. So some pretty good pickups there for the Penguins, especially for a pending UFA guy like Lars Eller. So Penguins haven't had the best of starts. They needed to try and shake something up, and moving Eller to the Capitals for a couple of draft picks might be something that could not only shake things up but also help them for the future. So interesting move there, but the Capitals get Eller back, really good pickup there, solid 3rd or 4th line center, and the Penguins get a 3rd round pick in 2027 and a 5th round pick in 2025. So a smart move there for both sides. So definitely, those are 2 trades I'm going to talk about here today. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on all this down in the comment section below. Who do you think won these 2 deals? I think Seattle by far won the Sprong one, given the fact that Sprong has familiarity with Seattle, while I think that the Caps probably lost the Eller deal because I think a 3rd and 5th round pick for Eller might be a little bit too much, but Eller going back to Washington could be a really good piece of work there for the Caps. So interesting out there, but so we saw a couple of trades over the past couple of days. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on them and who you think won them down in the comment section below. So I'm going to talk for today. And like this video, if you're liking to subscribe down below. Thank you all your support with you guys. So if you guys, so if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe button down below. Don't forget to comment down in the comment section below so can also listen to this video. Also the blog, Tournament News, Rumors, Analysis, stuff like that, so check that out. I've linked in the description below. And can I see you guys all for next video. See you guys soon.